It's the one of DDG. Pretty much he gets slapped.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. It's right on this page.
I heard
I
it.
just
I
sent
heard
it.
a story about him. What's bro name? Coco. OT Genesis. Like I think OT Genesis slapped him too, like years ago. Yeah. See right here, OT Genesis talking about how he knocked out DDG. All right. Let me
Oh,
see.
okay. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I mean, DDG is like what, 19?
No, he got to be at least 20 something by now.
Oh.
Damn, this nigga Dub slapped DDG too. Damn, everybody slapping this nigga. Damn.
They
He's
keep putting their hands
25.
on him.
All right, here
I
it go
see
right
why
here.
he with the Bailey sister.
He smacked fire out of Betty.
Not the slap on repeat.
That is funny. Yeah,
Like
that
he
is
said,
pure hilarious.
that's what he was saying when he was on camera. He said they ain't come in and steal anything. Like they just came in just to slap him. Like that was it.
That's a different level of disrespect.
A different one. Like,
So wait,
damn.
I don't keep up with him. Does he slap people? Like, is that a thing? Like, why do they want to slap him?
I honestly don't know. I don't know too much about him, to be honest. I don't know if he just a slapper. I don't know. But that's
He just has
funny.
like a slappable face.
Yeah, I think people just probably don't like him because he braggadocious and like he got all this money wearing all these jewels and flexing on people, and I think they just wanted to slap him.
All right,
Yeah.
let's take it back to the funny a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so if that was you in the bed, what do you think?
What you mean? You got to be more specific. What you mean? Like,
There's not much to it. Like if that was you in the bed, you got slapped, you woke up, felt the impact, and jumped up. Like then what? Are you running after the people, like, or are you doing what DDG did? He like went in the closet, grabbed the gun, and started like pointing the gun.
that's what I'm doing. I'm pointing the gun because what the fuck?
He didn't
But
run after them or nothing though.
I feel like a robber wouldn't slap you and then just run away. So like, yeah, he probably didn't even really need the gun. But yeah, I mean, if it was me, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you got to chase after him, right? Like, why would you
I'm
not?
asking you, why you? What do you mean, right?
I
Are you doing
mean,
that?
I feel like you would have to though. Like, if somebody slapped me in real, like when I'm awake and somebody slapped me, like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm awake and somebody slapped me, then yeah, like, I'm not gonna just get slapped. So what
What's more
changes?
disrespectful as a man? Like, a random punch or a random slap?
I say a slap got to be number one. A slap,
Yeah.
like, if you punch me, then like you be like, all right, bro. Like I respect your strength. Like if you really like that.
Right.
But if someone slap you, then you just feel like, oh, you don't do nothing. Like
You
I don't want to say
deserve
the
me
word.
balling up my
Yeah.
fist.
Yeah, they like really playing on your manhood if they slap you. They trying to make a point.
Damn,
Like they want you to like waste your life away right now so they can finish it. Like that's why they doing that.
No, they really did smack fire out of bro. Like, damn. He was home alone. Like, I feel like he always be having people around him and shit. Like, then nobody hear him tiptoeing up the stairs. Like, that's crazy to me.
I was wondering, like, where was Holly Bailey at?
I know. I was looking for that in the bed too.
Like, she didn't hear that. Like,
what if he came in and slapped him and your girl, or slap you and your girl? Like, that's crazy.
If you did like a double slap, like
they both going on both sides of the bed and be
like, he stood over the top and was just like, and then just ran.
It's one thing for your man to get slapped, but you get slapped in the process. It's like, oh yeah, no, you gotta go. People
Are you
have no respect for you.
are you waking? So you breaking up with somebody if like so if you was in that situation and you was in a bed with your dude, somebody break in and slap both of y'all, you got to break up with them, right?
You have to. If I'm nuzzled in the bed, I'm asleep, I'm extra comfortable, and I hear somebody come in and you get a whoop.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm saying you
I
get
miss.
slapped too.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, I feel a slap on my face. Oh yeah, you gotta go because these people clearly have no respect for you. Like it's one thing to slap him, you slap me too. Gotta go.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I feel like that's fair. Because it's like you don't got no respect. I don't know what if it's gonna be a bullet next time. Like you ain't really do nothing. Like what would you expect your dude to do? Get up and start firing?
Throw hands, yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. I think that's fair.
That's what I'm saying. If somebody else is able
I
to
don't
slap
know.
you,
Dude was
then yeah, you
dazed.
gotta go.
You said he was seeing stars.
DDG woke up. DDG didn't know what the fuck happened. He was just like,
That's
he
a
just
sick way to
woke up.
wake up.
He was like, "What the hell?" Like I don't know. Like to me, I might have thought it would be a prank or something. I was like, "There's no way." Like I wouldn't expect like a criminal to slap me. Like
No.
I guess I would expect that probably be like someone in the house like playing a prank or something. Like I probably would just wake up like and just hold my face and be like, "Man, like who playing?"
You know what's crazy? This
Like
could be a publicity stunt though.
it could be.
Cause who has cameras in their bedroom like that? Like I never seen it. Like
I
camera just
would.
up there. You say you would?
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of robberies in LA, so I get it. The part
True.
that makes me think it could be staged though was more so that like he was in bed alone. Like
Mm-hmm.
it just so happened that this happened on a night when like your girl wasn't there.
Mm. Yeah, I feel like it might be staged. Cause I mean everything is publicity these days. So it's like anything that comes out, like that's a funny story. So people gonna be like, DDG got slapped. And it's good to get talked about whether it's good or bad. So maybe he orchestrated it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a funny joke, and if it is, it is. Um, I definitely
Yeah.
had a great laugh at
No,
his suspense,
that shit
whether it
was
was right or wrong.
funny. I'm about to watch this shit again right quick. And they just scurried out the room.
Because I just don't understand. Like, even if like you were just doing that for comedy, it's like, why would you want to be the butt of the joke? But hey, I get it.
You know, everybody gotta hate on somebody. So it's like you might as well. And people already don't fuck with him. So I can see why he would do it.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Why
What was the other thing we was talking about?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
So I was gonna say that was the.
Let's go ahead and start the episode.
Oh yeah, might as well. So yeah, if you know, I forgot how to damn start the episode. But hey, man, this is the Friends Podcast, man. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Matt. I'm here with my two co-hosts.
What's up,
Yes,
y'all? It's
sir.
Jay.
And it's Rod, and this is the Friends Podcast. Make sure you check us out. We're streaming everywhere. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeart, anywhere that you can stream podcasts, we're there.
Most definitely. Now, were you about to intro and say a little bit about the Jonathan Majors, Jermayne?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah. So, has he gotten a sentence yet for his domestic situation?
I don't believe so, but let me fact check that right quick.
Well, as you guys know, Jonathan Majors is basically fighting for his life and his career right now. After the allegations came out that he put his hands on his ex-girlfriend or whatever. And he's been doing a lot of like, trying to clean up his image. He used to pretty much only date white women. And now all of a sudden he popped up with everybody's favorite, Megan Good, and has been bringing her to all his trial dates, showing like, look, I got the love of a good Black woman. Well, I guess he needed to up it a notch because he broke up a high school fight and the video went viral.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Let's not even put too much on it. Let's just watch it and then we'll say what it is afterwards. Why they laughing?
Damn. No one do anything. My story.
She says anyone can do anything.
Oh,
That look real. Man, if you don't get this yes or no sir hat on, take that damn hat off.
you can't eat. That's why no one did anything.
Who the fuck is that? It's funny.
Well, clearly.
Wait, it's no.
Let them try to record it with a laptop.
I did not notice. This is crazy. A laptop recording with a phone in your hand is crazy.
Clearly.
Yeah, so I mean, that's
Keep going.
What are these little girls?
Hey, man.
I guess so.
Hey, man.
Yeah, they're just teenage girls. I don't know why he's struggling like this. Like,
That's high school.
like if that was me, they would have been stopped. Like, go home.
Damn.
I mean, with his history, he should have been. You know what I'm saying? He know how to put hands on women. Allegedly.
It's like that's the irony of it is, and obviously a lot of people think the clip is staged for so many reasons. But I think that's one of the reasons why people think it's staged is he's trying to show like, look, I can diffuse a situation. And no matter what's happening, I don't put my hands on women, even if they're fighting each other. Truthfully, like those are two badass teenage girls. You should have used your grown man voice and your grown man presence to be like, if y'all don't get out of here.
If he really was trying to break it up, like that's how I really would have went. But
go home. It's after school. Go get out. Said, listen, you guys. It was very like after school special to me. Hey, keep the peace.
Right.
You need to love each other.
And then he looked at the camera like, guys, this is a lesson into why nobody should ever fight ever. Like it was one of them type of joints. Like, but it's just like we couldn't even.
I just don't understand why is Jonathan Majors there?
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's the main villain in Marvel. And like he literally did a terrible job of breaking the two teenage girls.
Exactly.
Like, how you gonna be the main villain and you can't break
all these muscles for what?
properly?
I don't get it. I really just don't understand.
You beat the hell out of Creed, and you can't break up two teenage girls. What is going on?
And they were like little teenage girls, like not even like one of them is swole. Like they were teeny.
Yeah.
Like
so
they ain't 8
girl
days.
Did do her though.
So
like I get why like
I heard it.
She needed her get back. She needed at least a punch because like everybody was like, ooh. One girl, you even said she had the laptop. Like who does that? And then one girl had she had the phone. They were all laughing and joking. Like, come on, that was live.
Is that the biggest thing that you don't want to hear during the fight? If you fight in this ooh or damn?
I don't want to see a laptop out during the fight.
Yeah, like this is 2023. What you get this old Dell laptop?
If you got a laptop, I'm like, you producing this? Like, what the fuck is going
on? Motherfucker on Adobe Audio Premiere or whatever the fuck that shit called. Like trying to really edit the video. Like, what? What are we doing here?
I guess that was like
my ass whooping. Like, what the fuck is going on?
This nigga that closed out the tab laughing too hard. That's funny. No, but this video is so you think it's staged?
I think it's staged, and I give a couple other details too. So he claims, or his people claim, that the reason why he was there is that this happened across the street from a Chick-fil-A, or not a Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out Burger.
Okay.
And that's why he ran over, because he was at In-N-Out Burger. And his lawyer says that it's like all the rumors that it's staged aren't true, but like he's got on the goofy ass hat. The fact that like, I don't know, like Brian said, like you got all these muscles you're the villain in the Marvel series, but you can't break up two teenage girls. It's like it makes it a little suspicious to me.
Can we talk about his swag though? Like, I don't ain't he like our age? Why is he wearing these hats? And like, I just don't understand the swag. Like, I don't get like, is he trying to be like Nat
Isn't he
King
from like the
Cole or something?
UK or something?
No, he's
He
from
black.
the US. No.
Yeah, he from like Carolina.
I
or
thought he was
something.
from where Daniel Cayuga and all them was from.
No, he's from Cali.
Oh, he from Cali?
He was born in Cali. Yep.
Damn, my bad, Carolina, for trying to put that on y'all.
Well, he went to
Wow.
school out there. He went to school in North Carolina.
And he beating white women? And he from California?
Hey man, hey, life is interesting.
God.
Life is an interesting journey.
And to your point about his age,
She lying.
He's 34. So it's definitely like he is way too young to be walking around in these little old man hats. Way too
Like
young.
nigga had on a shoe signing hat, like nigga like he was finna shine some shoes real good.
He's leaned too much into those old timey slavey roles that he usually plays.
I mean, I've heard people say that he has a very old face too. So
why didn't no one know who he was?
Cause who gonna know who that is? Like little
that's a
little
problem,
teenage
actually.
girl.
Like he's a big star now. For the fact that he was just by himself already tells me all I need to know. Like this is a person that wants our security.
He was in the army.
Like, why the person that you have security and you look like, why won't your security just break up the little kids? Like, you have security.
Yeah, he's definitely a big star. He, before the whole fight drama broke out, he had a army commercial, and that used to play literally nonstop. It was on during every basketball game, every football game. It was on all the time. For you to be famous enough for them to put you in an army commercial as like the face of the U.S. Army, yeah, some of those kids should have recognized him. At
he
least
got an
like,
army face. No disrespect to people in the army, but he got a face that like you about to go to the army type shit. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
His dad was in the military. I think that's too where some of it comes from. He just has that like real serious, stern.
It all makes sense. The allegations make sense now. Yeah. Once again, no disrespect to the military, but like we done heard the story. We heard the stories. Come on, guys.
It's PTSD.
Yeah, like like something flared up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think this shit was fake as fuck, to be honest. And then also I think it's strange that he was in and out by himself. And like Rod said, like you should be recognizable. Like nigga, what was he?
And also, for somebody to be so slow, why are you at in and out? Like, shouldn't you be on your like healthy shit?
But you gotta get protein to get, you know what I'm saying? Like gains, you know what I'm saying?
That sound like hate. Like, why can't he be in and out? It's because she's healthy. Like,
maybe a cheat day.
Well, I don't know.
I just feel like if I was Jonathan Majors and I'm fighting for my life, I want to do everything I can to like keep the muscles so that maybe they let me back in the next Creed. Like I want to really look.
I don't know. If I was Jonathan Majors, like I want to look as humble, closest to the people as possible. I'm going to McDonald's. I'm going to In-N-Out. I'm breaking up teenage girls.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's wearing them big ass suits to the court. He like, I don't want to look. You know what I'm saying?
Like what you say, he look like a shoe shiner. I'm looking like a shoe shiner.
Yeah.
I'm dating a black girl. Like I gotta do what I gotta do. Like everything I didn't do before, I'm doing now. Like my life is on the line.
Has anybody like brought up the fact that like Megan Good? I don't know if we're ready to have that conversation, but that's not strange to nobody.
No, say it. I want to hear what you got to say.
I'm just saying, like, Megan Good, what you doing?
Hey, whoa! Actually, I want Matt to be alone on this one. Can you explain? Can you keep going with that narrative? Why you say that?
Well, first, let me show y'all the suit that I'm talking about. Like this suit is crazy.
I was literally trying to look it up as you said that.
This suit jacket is crazy.
Wow, he looks like
What?
he is homeless. What in the world?
This is wild. This is another one though. This one is a little bit more like, you know what I'm saying, fitted or whatever.
Yeah, suited and booted.
But like this one, he was trying to make a
I
statement with this
had
one.
not seen that picture. Can you make that the cover for this podcast, this episode? Because that is sick.
Them motherfucking big ass. He got them motherfucking parachute pants on.
Oh, and why is it all wrinkly? Like, it's one thing to be oversized. That is straight up wrinkly.
Just the weird cuff unfold right here. Like this is not like
He's down bad.
I just don't
Yeah,
understand.
he looked like the
it.
main character of Fences.
Low key, or he looked like he about to sing real good with one of the mics. Y'all know the mics, the metal mics, with the with the stand that they lean and be like
Rosa Parks' husband.
Yeah, something like that. Like he on that type of vibe.
The nigga who stood up.
Definitely. Now back to Megan Good ass. Listen, man. This my thing though is like, I just wish she wouldn't have put herself in this position. Like, you know how it be where it be like, oh, black women got to come and save the day and all that type of shit. Like, I just wish she hadn't did that for this nigga. Cause
You think that's what it is? Are we just gonna make that assumption?
1000% that's what it is. Like maybe it
you
could be some
love
attraction
or anything like that, or
it could be, but have your love after the trial, after all that shit done. You know what I'm saying? I just
you don't
wish
think
that
that's
she
why the
wouldn't.
fight happened?
Why what fight happened?
With his girlfriend? Maybe he saw messages from him and Megan Good, or calls, or and that could have started a fight.
Now that's interesting.
She was like, "You're leaving me for this black bitch."
Right. Now,
Who's
okay,
an
now
actor and makes more.
That's an interesting hypothesis right there. That's possibly what that could be what it is. I don't know.
And there's a known like sex symbol, like a well agreed upon beautiful woman.
Yeah, I would assume across cultures, like that's the consensus. Like she's a beautiful woman. But just for that reason, I just wish she didn't.
I just feel it's
herself.
Only reason why I don't really buy into that. Like I want to believe that as well. Like I want to believe that for Jonathan Majors, but I don't feel like he shows her off like that. Or they don't show each other off, and as like you would think, and it seems weird. But maybe that's just the personality. Maybe they just never really done that. But
here's what makes it
I don't know.
suspicious to me is
especially Megan Good. Like it's Megan. Like I don't know. Wouldn't you show that off if you black? Like
hell yeah.
It's like especially if you black. Like it's just like that's Megan Good. Like I'm like popping up everywhere.
Like we all been new. Like Megan Good, one of the baddest.
Store, Walmart. The girls like anywhere I'm going, she's there. Like
I'm calling paparazzi on myself. Like
exactly.
Yeah, you know we about to be at the Studio 54.
like the same way Kanye be just walking around everywhere and this girl just be half naked. Like that's exactly what time I'm on. Like every time with Megan Good.
I feel it. What you was gonna say though, Jermayne?
To me, what makes it suspicious is up to this point, we've never known anything about who Jonathan Majors dated. Not like he was like a huge star that we were like really paying attention to it, but like people can't even figure out who the girl is who has a case out against him. I think people have figured it out now, but it took a while for people to like do their Googles and kind of figure it out. So the fact that Megan Good is like right next to him every time he goes to court, it's like, oh, okay, you're super public in this relationship in a way you haven't been public before.
Yeah, that is a very interesting thing because we don't know shit about, and we've known about Megan Good's relationships in the past. So that's maybe that's what it is. Like, oh, we can do this public thing because that's how it is. But Megan Good would not allow that nigga. Like, if they was in a real relationship, she would not allow that nigga to come out in that wrinkled ass, tired ass suit, coat, whatever the fuck, canvas.
I mean, was it really a secret? Or did like people just not really care about Jonathan Majors as much in his career until recently, into the Creed?
I mean, that's definitely a part of it for sure. I think prior to Creed and even him like getting deeper into Marvel, I always looked at him as one of those just like kind of character actors. Like he always did the old timey movies. He was always in something related to like the civil rights movement or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only recently that I think he became kind of more present with Creed and Marvel. So that could definitely be it. That people just weren't checking for him before.
So he was in White Boy Rick in 2018. I remember that. I forgot he was in that though.
Yeah.
Lovecraft Country, which is a great show. That was 2020.
Didn't
So
see
yeah.
that one.
So maybe just people just like starting to give a fuck
What
about
else?
him. Shit, out of everything I'm looking at, like, that's all the shit that I really recognize. Some shit called Do Not Disturb, Jungle Land, DA 5 Bloods, Loki. Oh, so there's some Marvel shit. Yeah, so people probably just
Yeah.
giving a fuck about him now. People
Yeah,
like,
I feel
oh,
like when
they're making.
people wanted to know about him, they were able to find out about him pretty
Mm-hmm.
easily. And that's why his story's out there. And like, oh, you never dated blah blah blah. You never did that da da da.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's why people are easily finding that out now because they actually care about his situation.
I mean, and the court case that makes it a little bit, and that puts way more eyes on you because of the allegations.
I'm not saying he
like
even did it anyways. Like,
I swear you said that he did it earlier.
me?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
No,
Oh
no.
God.
I don't. No, I really don't think he did that shit.
Okay. Oh, that was for the funny. Sorry. Okay.
No, like I actually saw more of the documents and him and his lawyer, and even she messaged him and said, "Yeah, it wasn't like that." Blah blah blah. I think it's just the police. They doing a wild chase and they just want to take him down, a black man down. I don't like that.
Everything is not trying to take us down. Like, I feel you though.
Sometimes it is though.
Down. Sometimes that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes they be doing a lot. Like if it was any other Marvel star, they wouldn't be going this deep. Like when it was Ezra in the Flash, and he was doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, they let that slide.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
It takes years to investigate, but they want to take everything away from him and immediately. I'm not with it.
Is there anything else going on that y'all want to talk about? Anything personal shit, life shit.
Nah, I literally was just dying. Like I was just feeling sick. Like
Let's talk about that then. So last week, damn, what was it, like Friday? So the day before we recorded the last podcast, so like, what was that, like 10 days ago? I had woke up and like I had started feeling like my throat, like I started feeling some throat shit, and like, and I was starting to get sick. And then I woke up.
pause.
That is a pause. I'm tripping.
That's a big pause. Yeah.
I'm tripping.
Off the wake up too.
Off the wake up is crazy. No DDG. Nah, but okay. So I started feeling. I can't even say throat pain. I can't even. Can I say sore throat? I don't even want to talk about my throat right now. But I'm just saying I was. I'm just saying I started feeling sick on a Friday, man. And so like, okay, it was cool though, because I woke up. It was like, okay, whatever. It was cool. Then Saturday came around, woke up the same way. I woke up feeling sick as hell. But then Saturday, I was like, okay, like it started getting better throughout the day. But we recorded, we did like 2 episodes, you know what I'm saying? Went about my day, went to sleep. But Sunday morning when I woke up, whoo, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, like I was ready to write my will. Like I was literally sitting right there on that couch all day, just like, I don't know what it was, but I felt like this crazy feeling in my stomach, and it was just like a real, like, pause that if needed. But yeah, I just felt like real crazy though, like on Sunday, and I really felt like I was literally, I ain't cried in a long time, but I literally was about to cry. Like just begging the Lord, like please
save me.
like please, like I was like, Lord, this is my last day here. Like it is what it is, but just make it stop. Like it's like that type of shit.
Did you do any bargaining? Like, Lord, if you save me, I promise I'll never lie again.
No, I ain't even do that because I already knew it was gonna be capped. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't even lie to God like that because I already know it's gonna be a.
I definitely did that once.
For real. But
I told God I'll never do it again. And like it worked though.
Did
It
you
worked.
ever did you ever do it again?
Not willingly.
Okay, now I'm very confused. I don't even know if I want to ask you for you to
No,
expand
we
on
can
that.
keep going.
Okay.
So you were sick?
Yeah, I really thought I was finna die on Sunday, man. Like that shit was crazy. It's really an interesting feeling when you feel like you're going. Like I'm being dead ass. This is not being funny. Like I really thought I was really finna die.
So what did you do thinking like this is gonna be my last thing? Like, did you put on some sad music, like some Boys to Men in the road?
Why do I? No, I ain't put on no music. That would have been a good vibe. I was feeling too bad to even put on some music. To be honest,
Yeah,
like I was literally sitting here in silence, just like.
that's when you know it's bad. Like when you're stuck in the bed and it's like I got no music on. I don't want to watch the show. I don't want to watch the movie. Like I literally just want to sit here, not even on my phone. Just lay and make the pain go away.
It's
What did you
bad.
tell your boss? Or did you
Nothing.
still go to work?
Yeah, I went to work the next day. To be honest, like I don't know how I made it.
Wow.
I don't know how I made it. Like by the grace of God, I just felt better the next day. Well, I didn't even feel better though, because like today is the first day when I'm like starting feeling over it a little bit. But like the first day, I like isolated myself. I went upstairs in like a secluded area, just by myself all day, like at work. And yeah, that shit was bad. It wasn't COVID though. It wasn't COVID. I don't know what the fuck that shit was. But are y'all
But
that
if you're
way
gonna do
though?
all that, you might as well just work from home. Like I don't
I
you can
can't
work in a
work from
secluded
home.
area away from
I can't.
everyone.
It would have been dope, but I can't do that at my job. That's another story for another day. But
Mm.
are y'all like when y'all get sick? Do y'all turn to like just big babies, basically, where it's just like you need somebody to do shit for you, and it's like you just can't
I mean,
function?
I was sick all week just like you.
Hmm.
Like I started feeling like a little I don't know how everyone else starts off, but it was just like the sniffles or whatever. You get the runny nose a little bit.
Nigga had the sniffles and shit.
And yeah, so you start to feel it coming. So I still went to work and everything because like and I don't know if I really want to say this on air. Um so the week prior, yeah, I was telling my boss I couldn't make it in. So I didn't want to say it again. Like I can't make it in. Like the second week when I was actually feeling terrible, I was like, "What the fuck? Like,
Hmm.
what's the odds?" Like
Ain't that
I was
ain't
like,
ain't it
"Just
funny how
like,
life works?
Hate
yeah." I
that.
was just like,
Like,
I was like,
damn, I
"Oh,
can't
this
use
still
that
look
excuse
weird."
again.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I'm like, that just used that. So,
Low key, that always
um,
used to happen to me. Like, it would always be the time that I would say, like, I'm sick. I can't come in. The next thing I know, I'm actually sick. Damn.
Why does
mhm.
God be doing this or whoever's up there? Like why he be doing that shit?
And now I gotta really go into work sick.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Mm-mm-mm. So what
I
was your
mean,
experience though?
so
Like,
no, the first couple days. So I worked like remote couple days, and then at the job the next few. So I went and did my like couple days, and then after that, that third day, I was just like, yeah. Towards the end of the week, I was like, I can't do it. I had to text her. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling. I got flu symptom. I can't do it.
When you were in the office, did you like let her know you were sick? Like sometimes I would be really dramatic around my boss. So they knew like I'm actually sick. Like
I don't even know what my boss really thinks, but I know we had a meeting. We were having a discussion. When my coworker kept asking me questions and talking about a project, and like, oh, we gotta go talk to the manager about this. And it just like, all right, okay, let's go. So we
Mhm.
just sitting there talking to her, and she just, man, that's why this stuff is a little too close because I don't want this like a conversation out there.
What, you sneezed in her face or something? Or just what
Nah,
happened?
nah. Yeah. So just I guess just fast forward whatever. No, I'm just like sitting there trying not to like cough up a lung and like my nose just like trying to like hold in my like mucus in my sin, just like just I
Mhm.
just feel terrible. Like they're
I
just
hate
having
that.
a long when people have the longest conversation ever and they go off on tangents. So the
Mhm.
conversation went off on a tangent about something else, and I was just sitting there like, oh my god, like this is the worst ever. Like I wasn't
Yeah,
saying a word. I was just like, you just like, oh my,
yeah.
I'm just just trying to smile, just like still feel like I'm in the room present, like I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like, oh my God, like this conversation, like we already said what we had to say, and we got the conversation through. Now this is just like I don't just being nice and cordial, whatever. At that
You
point, I
definitely
was just
don't want to
like,
be cordial.
yeah, and it was just like, yeah, I was not feeling in my voice, and yeah, it just wasn't good.
Yeah, when I get sick, my voice sound like hella deep. Like it's actually like,
Yeah,
I,
my voice changes for sure.
yeah, like I had when I was sick, I had put on like this Barry White song because I was like, I want to see how deep my voice really is, and I was really like, I matched his tone. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, like I wish I could just do that shit like every day though. Like it go back to nasally me, you know what I'm saying, when I don't be sick. But yeah, like that shit was crazy. But finish though. So did you feel the same experience where it was like, damn, like I'm like, what was your worst day?
My worst day was luckily on the day I work remote, which is on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So like I just woke up like in sweats. It was like in the middle of the night. It was probably like 4 a.m. or something. Um, yeah, my whole body was just in pain. Like I just felt like when you got muscle aches and stuff, and I was like, oh shit. The last time I felt like that was COVID.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I must got COVID. So that's why I went to the store and I got like them home tests or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I got some messages like I want to put out there about the COVID test.
Okay.
So I remember when you used to go and get the COVID test and everything like that. Those were free, right?
Yes, I believe they
I
were.
used to get those free. Like go to CVS or Walgreens, and they'll do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like that shit is like $70 or like $100
What is
just to go get a COVID test at CVS or
What?
Walgreens.
the at home or are you
Yeah,
talking about
no, just like the rapid ones they used to do, like in your nose, and like
w-
you get
when they
Wow.
do
a
it? You
message
saying
or
when they
something,
do
but
it?
then yeah, when they do it, you just
Oh, okay.
yeah, you put the
That's
thing in your nose.
crazy.
I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
y'all never got the COVID test or something?
yeah. I just didn't know if
Y'all
you was
did?
talking about like the at home one or the one that they do there. I never
I
paid for like
mean,
the at home
yeah,
one or the other one. I
yeah.
never paid for it.
I
Yeah.
did the at home one like this time because it's so much cheaper. The at home is like you get two tests and it's like $25
Mm-hmm.
compared to like $100 like just to see if you have COVID or not. Like I mean, you only looking for a yes or a no. Like in a couple hours,
Mm-hmm.
like how is that like affordable like to a family or something? I'm like of like say if a four, but
That's
like
fucked up.
if it's $70 a test. I don't know what the fuck Biden and them doing, but yeah, I guess that was my tangent. But
No,
um
that's real. That's real.
yeah, I felt sick as hell.
Yeah, that shit was bad. And I don't like taking medicine either, so I just had to ride that shit out, to be honest. Like it was just had to, you know what I'm saying, get it out the mud with that shit, to be honest.
I was just gonna say it is bad though when you start thinking like this might be it. I got super sick last year around Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and at one point my fever was like 104, but I
Mm,
didn't go to the doctor or anything because I was like, I don't know what they could really do for me at that point.
yeah.
And definitely the next morning when I woke up, I was like, I made it.
For
I
real.
made it. I was like, I don't know if I want to go to sleep too hard tonight.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a crazy feeling. It really is just interesting. Like I wasn't even. I feel like most people would think like, oh, you know, I want to get my affairs in order, quote unquote, or I want to text somebody and be like, yo, I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Is that really
Or
all y'all do? Like y'all don't fight back or nothing? Y'all just like let shit happen?
I
Like
mean, it is what it is.
I don't know me. Like when I was at like I feel like I was that deaf door, my whole body hurt.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to do anything to alleviate the pain. Like I took so much medicine. Like I took Benadryl, I took
Mm-mm.
Dayquil, Nyquil, I took Motrin. Like I was just like I used 2 or 3 different pillows. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was
But
like,
it
I'm
was
gonna win. Vitamins,
I'm gonna
was-
win.
broth and water. I was just
Bone
sipping.
broth.
I was like, I'm gonna live.
The nigga was going crazy with the.
I will say that's the only
I
when I
couldn't
know I'm really sick is I'll get like Instacart or home deliveries, which I never usually do. I hate paying for Instacart. And when I like wake up from being sick, I'll look at my Instacart and I'm like, damn, you spent like $250 on Instacart on just like soups, vitamins. I bought an air purifier before, humidifier. I go crazy when I think there's something wrong. I'm like, anything I can do to save it? Yeah, give me 2 humidifiers, the big ones. Give me some Vicks.
No, Vicks though. Shout out to Vic. I don't know who Vic is, but
they did something with that one.
He did his big one for sure. But
I like the medicine that put me to sleep, so I don't even feel the pain. Like anything that says night, give me that shit.
I don't be liking that shit because I don't like how it feel when you going to sleep though. Like when you get sleepy.
I love that shit though. Like
I hate
like
that
low key the night medicine, like that shit had me loopy. Like I was just I was like, oh shit. Like, well,
I don't like feeling like
this
that.
is it.
That's
Just
such
drink
a weird
whole bottle
feeling.
of water. Yeah, it's super weird, but I was like, oh well.
Like when you like nodding in and out of sleep is like crazy. Like it's a crazy feeling. Cause I be feeling like I be trying to fight it. Huh?
Nah, I'd be like, I know I'm gonna feel better when I wake up. So I'm like,
no, that's true.
Like, there's nothing worse than right now that I'm feeling like, please I need to go to sleep. Put me to sleep.
The other thing too that sucks about when you're sick and you live alone is having to do that stuff for yourself. Like, okay, now I got the bone broth, the soup, and I gotta go over the stove.
I know.
And trying to make the soup. Or like on the day where you're like, man, I might not make it. It's thinking about like, damn, how's somebody gonna come find me?
Yeah, not for real. And when I was on that Sunday when I really was like about to check out, I didn't eat nothing. Like that probably made it worse, to be honest. Like I didn't eat anything. I might have drunk like a little bit of water. Like, I was so dehydrated. I just couldn't even really move though. So like I really was not trying to fight back that shit. I really accepted my fate at that point. It was just like, all right, well, this is what it is. Like this is right here on the couch. I guess that's what's gonna happen.
The end of the road.
Yeah, it really was.
The thing though, like you don't feel like eating at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like I want to throw up. Like I know as I lost like a lot of weight. Like I don't know if that happens with y'all. Like, like after I get sick and I come back, I'll be like, man, this is different. Like your body and your everything, like it just feels depleted.
When it's like a struggle to even like eat soup, it's bad.
Yeah, like
I want to throw up like soup.
Yeah, like that's the thing, and it's not even because it's like, oh, my throat hurts, so like I have a sore throat. It's just like I don't have no appetite. Like that's what it is for me. Like my appetite just now getting back.
Yeah, the soup just tasted nasty to me. Like it just didn't taste good. I'm just like, yeah.
What you got? The Campbell's chicken noodle or something?
That's what you had? Don't put that on me.
I'm about to say I don't eat that shit.
Projecting, brother.
I don't eat that. Yeah, you projecting.
I don't like that.
I'm saying like what could have been that? I like soup though. I don't know about other people, but like I like soup when I'm not sick too. So it's like I like good soup though. Like it can't be no like
you ain't even saying soup. Though. Like what are you talking about? You ain't said a brand or nothing. You just said good soup.
Like all I'm saying is I don't eat the red and white label Campbell's.
What soup is that? What soup do you like?
You know, like what's that brand called? It's like RAO, like Rayo's or something like that.
Okay, like the Italian company.
Yeah, they got some good soup. That soup fire. Don't do it.
Do you do like the Panera soup? You know, they can get that at the grocery store.
Nah, I never bought that from the grocery store. But that broccoli cheese though, the broccoli cheddar.
Some bread. Bread bowl.
Yeah. I feel like the best soup is like gumbo though. Like gumbo, I don't even know if it's considered soup, but like that's my shit for sure. But nah, that's interesting. Like that shit just wasn't tasting good. That's why I figured that you had some like boof ass soup. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was progressive.
Okay.
Like it was
Those
just some
straight.
regular canned soup, like
But you gotta get
nothing
like
too
the
crazy.
interesting. You gotta get like the interesting flavors from Progresso though. Like you
Just
can't just
chicken
get the
noodle
chicken
soup.
noodle. Nah.
I put my
You be
own
hitting.
seasoning in it though.
Yeah,
Got to.
gotta do that. I feel like that's weird though that I like soup though. I feel like people don't like soup. I don't know. I feel like that's weird. I know Jermayne says she like it like outside of sickness too, but I feel like that's a weird thing. People don't be eating soup like that.
I love to make homemade soup. Like I'm happy to
I
see the
love
whole
soup.
goal for that.
Yeah, I don't
What
know
kind?
why you think people don't love soup. Like I eat a lot of soup.
I feel like that's a weird thing, like to say, like, yeah, soup, fire. Like, don't nobody really say
I
that.
actually still eat a lot of ramen and shit.
Well, yeah. Is that soup though? Well,
Like
yeah,
on a low key.
I
Like
think
I love
technically, right?
yeah.
noodles.
I think technically that's soup.
But I buy like different brands and shit though. It's not like so it's like
Mhm.
different kind of ramen brands.
Like the Shin Ramyun, like the red pack.
Whatever it is, it's like the spicy. They got the spicy tonkatsu one that I love. It's like a little
Mm,
bowl.
that
Sounds
sounds
good right
fire.
now.
It
Yeah.
really do. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get off here and eat some.
Like
No.
I do that shit for lunch. So.
No, that's dope. That's dope. All right, one more topic.
I got one.
Okay.
Did you guys see the clip of Lil Baby where the woman touched him? He's like, "Don't touch me."
I haven't, but I seen like a headline. I didn't see it. Let me see if I can find the clip right quick, and we'll pull that up.
Is this recent?
Yeah, this just happened.
At his concert or in what state?
This was the after party from one of his concerts. The question that I had from this is like, what would it take for you guys to like lose your fandom for someone? Because basically the girl came back and she was like, "Oh, I paid all this money to see him. I went to his concert. I paid to be in the VIP section of his after party. And then basically like, this is how he does me."
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I wonder. Well, let me play this video, and then we'll discuss. What would make us lose our fandom. So, look like he in the club or ride low.
He's going crazy.
Don't touch me.
He look lit.
One more time. Stop. Oh, he said, "Stop touching me."
He looks so irritated.
He was mad as hell. I think that's fair though. I think it's fair. Like don't everybody just want to be
It's
grabbed
fair
and
for
touched?
who? The fan to say I don't want him as like I don't want to support him no more, or fair for Lil Baby to not support say don't touch me like what you about to say and I am a human. Like what are you saying?
Let me read off before you answer that.
Mhm.
What the girl said. She said, "Y'all can have Lil Baby. I mean, I respect people's privacy, but I'm a fan. I was just fanned out at the moment. I paid for front row seats at his concert and VIP at the after party for this. I thought he was humble, but don't touch me is wild. He lost my support."
So it's fair for. I think it's both, right? Like it's fair for Lil Baby to not want to be touched, and it's fair for her to be like, "Oh, he don't want me to touch him. Okay, I'm not gonna be a fan no more." Both of them is fair. Now, one of them is stupid though. I think the fan is stupid for being like, "Oh, he said stop touching me. I don't want to be no fan no more." When you just fanned out, like that don't even make no sense to me. The fact that she switched up that fast and was like, "Oh, I'm not no fan no more." And even though I just bought front row seats and I just was vibing to his music, and now I'm not no fan no more. Like,
Wait. This wasn't. It wasn't. Why are you saying front row seats? They was in the after party, and she had to be next to him.
But she said she bought front row seats and VIP tickets to his after party.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that was her message.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I feel like that's corny to be like, "Oh, I'm not no fan no more." You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost clout chasing to me. But it's fair if she don't
That's
want to
what
be
you
a fan.
feel?
Yeah, but it's fair if she don't want to be a fan no
Okay.
more. But it just that's weak as hell to me. The fact that she
So what
did
do you
that.
think, Jermaine?
I think she's in the wrong. Like, yeah, you paid to be at this party. That's cool that you supporting me. That's cool you want to give me your money. But to just be like touching on me, grabbing on me, like she's yelling, screaming at his name, and clearly he's not looking, like he just wasn't on that type of time. At
Yeah.
a certain point, you got to expect that these people are human. Like the moment you become a celebrity, you don't automatically become the most patient, like Gandhi version of yourself. You're still a human being, and it's like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be touched. I don't want my picture taken right now. I don't think he was being rude. Like it's something if you're an asshole about it, but if somebody's touching on me, stop touching on me. I got on my Amiri or whatever, my chains on. Like, no, don't grab me. Leave me alone.
I do agree. I actually don't agree. Because
Okay.
I've heard like this opinion that if you're a celebrity, like it just is what it is, and what that's what the gig is, and that's what your job is to be. Like you're in entertainment. So if you're out and about and your fan paid for this experience to be front row and go in the meet and greet and after the after party and everything like that, and you're just showing your ass to your fan who did all that to support you, I have a big problem with that. It's like I agree that people have issues and everyone has problems, but when you're doing a job or a service that someone's paying for, I feel like you owe it to them to deliver what they're asking for. Like I wholeheartedly believe that. So if you're an entertainer, you're like when you go outside, you are obligated to be a fan, like to to show face to your fans. You can't just be a dickhead to people just because you're just not feeling it. Like it's okay to, I guess, to be like, oh yeah, I'm not like if you don't want to be there, don't be there. Don't like someone paid money to do this with you. Like
Mm-hmm.
don't be a dickhead and be mean when someone paid for this shit. It's like they didn't have to pay for this. If you're gonna do that, give me my money back.
Did they pay for the show and to be VIP and a meet and greet, or did they pay to be able to touch all on you in the club?
This is what y'all told me. You said she paid front row. She paid to go to the after party and whatever to get VIP and be close or whatever.
Right.
Obviously, that irritated. Like he was not happy about them near him, like them yelling and talking about little baby. He wasn't giving them any time of day, like as his fans. Like it just showed lack of support or caring about those fans. I guarantee if it was Kim Kardashian or like someone that he might have wanted to see there, his face would have been smiling. It would have just been different. Like I
Mm.
just don't like you pick and choose. Like I mean, I guess you can, but when you're entertaining, you gotta show up every day. You can't just choose which fans would be biased. Like I don't like that. It just seems biased to me. So I understand her lack of support for him. It's like fuck you then.
I,
Like
I think.
I get that
Mm-hmm. No, I think you
because I
make a
would do
good
the same
point.
too. Like if I paid all that shit, nigga just like fuck you, like the whole time,
But it,
like bro, like I really like I love like I listen to every song.
yeah,
Like I really like I'm
but
screaming my heart to you, like rapping your shit, and you
mm,
just like you trying your hardest to not even like look at me. Like you trying your hardest to not glance at me. Like you really like I don't know. It just seemed I'll be hurt.
I mean, it's fine to be hurt, but that's why I asked the question, which is like, okay, did you pay to sit VIP and you paid to see a little baby show, or did you pay to be little baby's friend to be able to touch on him and talk to him and be acknowledged by him? Like, what did you pay for? I'm
I
pretty
felt
sure you
like she
just
paid a package.
okay, but in the package, the package don't say, oh, you could touch all on little baby and scream his name right next to his ear and do all that type of shit.
When it's
But I
meet
do
and
get,
greet and like after party things,
yeah.
yes, that's what that entails. Meet and greets and after parties, you're supposed to be happy and connecting with the fans. That's exactly what that is supposed to be for me.
But
Yes.
he
You're
probably
not
did
on
the meet and
stage.
greet.
You don't after
Right.
party, whatever. Like that's like you those meet and greet after parties, like you're supposed to be interacting with your fans. I think
Like
that's what the artists supposed that's what promoters are want their artists to do. Like if they're paying them to come here and walk through, they want you to interact and be there. Like, yes. I think that's what you're supposed to do.
so okay,
Or what you're expected to do at least.
so what if they already meted and greeted earlier? Like what if there was a thing where it's like a line and everybody came through and like it was a meet and greet and came, they could take pictures and
Like
all
I
that.
said, these are two different things. I said a meet and greet, after
Right.
party. Those are both obligations that you chose to do. If you choose to do both, you can't half-ass on like just because you did the meet and greet, you can't half-ass on the after party now. Like don't do the after party if you didn't want to do the after party.
But
Like you want to show face there and get paid to be there, do your job. Like be a fan, like show love to the fans. Don't be there then.
What you think
Show
about
your
this,
ass at
man?
home. I don't know.
I got a couple thoughts. The first, I think she took it too far by touching on him. Like Brad said, I do think it's part of your job as an entertainer to make people feel appreciated and valued. And I do think he was a little bit dismissive in the video. Like he was not even trying to make eye contact with her. He was like really blacking her out. But to touch on somebody is where it's like, all right, now you're pushing it. Like, and to have an attitude that like he didn't want you touching on him. Like, no, he's a human. I also think too, as a fan, you got to know who you're a fan of. So for example, like Chris Brown, you know, he had those meet and greets that went viral last summer where women were like, you know, booed up with him, throwing it back on him. He's picking them up in pictures and all that type of stuff. Like that's the type of dynamic he has with his fans.
God.
Like, I want you to, touch on me. You're paying money to be here. I was about to say. So I have a family member who just went to see Usher. And she was sitting front row. She got herself front row tickets. And she sent us the video of the show. And at the show, she literally is like running her hands all the way like down Usher's chest, like down to his dick. And, you know, Usher was needed to stop her. Because that's how like Usher and Chris Brown relate to their fans. Lil Baby is not friendly. Like he's never given me friendly vibes. And I'm not even a fan of him for real. So if you're a fan of him, you should know like, he's kind of to himself. He's a little socially awkward. Why would you expect that you go to the after party and he's going to really be like turning up with y'all? That's just not even who he is for real.
I don't know. Like looking at him on the internet and sometimes social media, he looks like he's pretty lit and live, and like he be turned up.
Like kinda, but with people that he knows.
In like private settings.
But when you're a fan, that's what you're looking at though.
Right.
So you were assuming that's what you're gonna get. Like when you see him. Like, so if like you get there and it's just like his complete mood, just like, man, y'all is beneath me. Like, like stop talking to me. Like, I'm here. Like, you can look at me. Like, stop.
No, it definitely gave those vibes off 1000%.
Like, stop fucking looking at me. Look at
like that's 1000% the vibe.
Like I don't know. Like I'll be put off. Like that's like I don't know.
That's real. And I have seen celebrities like there's some celebrities that'll be like they stop and talk to everybody. They take pictures with everybody. They have conversations with their fans. But he just seemed like he not one of those.
No.
And I think that's okay.
I understand that completely. If you're like walking about with your family or something like that, you just be like, nah, I can't do this right now. Blah blah blah.
Right.
I get that. But if you're getting paid for something and you just blowing shit off, like, like what the fuck is you? What the fuck's going on here? Like, why am I paying for this? And you like you're not even paying us any attention here.
He definitely looked like how long am I contractually obligated to be here?
And oftentimes I feel like they feel like that. They feel like, all right, I'm gonna walk through this motherfucker right quick. How long we got? 30 minutes. Start the
Bet.
clock, and we gonna So I get it. I get where he coming from, but yeah, it do look kind of bad on his part. But at the same time, like her talking about, oh, I'm not no little baby fan no more. Like that's not true. That's just not true. Like you can't just switch up that quickly just because the nigga dissed you. But
Yeah, you can.
would you
Because you
though?
would switch up if someone like imagine if someone randomly just walked the team like fuck you. Like you'd be like, all right, fuck you.
Well, you know what? I
Like
have
you
an
would be
example of
you
this.
would be mad.
I have an example of this. I was at the L Club one time, right? And
Wait, what's that?
oh, well, it's a venue in Detroit, like a music venue. And
Okay.
I've always like from the beginning, I was like a big Sean fan, and he has like different friends and people that he would work with, like this dude named Say It Ain't Tone and Early Mac. And I remember I had like spoke to Early Mac like in L Club, and like I met him. I was like, "Yo, what's happening?" Like I don't think I fanned out. Like I think I was just talking to him just to talk to him. And I was like, "Yeah, I
Oh,
make beats."
L Club, not okay. Got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
L
Okay,
Club.
got you.
And
Okay.
I was speaking to bro, and I was like, "Yeah, I make beats or whatever. Like, can I send you some joints?" And like, he was just like, "Yeah, maybe like send my manager some shit or some shit like that." Like, and that made me feel away because I'm like, bro, like, you know what I
Did you send
mean?
his manager some
Wait.
beats?
No, I never, no,
Why
What
not?
is-
I
Maybe
never
it was
got
on
the
him.
contact information. It was one of them joints where it was like, "Oh yeah, you can contact," but then I didn't get the contact, so it was like, "All right, bet, got you."
Oh,
Maybe
yeah, okay.
maybe it's Big Sean that's the issue because I've also had a similar issue with somebody in his crew. This
Really?
was a long ass time ago. This was 2010. So this was before when he was still like kind of local. Um and I met him once after a show at MSU and he was cool. But I had just started dating this guy who was like, I don't know if you guys remember this dude, but he had a comedian who he used to run around with this guy named CP.
CP, yeah, I fuck with CP.
And so um this dude that I know was like, "Oh, yo, you're a big Sean fan, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I know his boy CP. Like, I can try to connect you. Like, maybe we can, set up some time for you to like kick it with Sean or something like that."
Mm-hmm.
And so in front of me, he calls CP and he's like, "Yo, I got this girl. She's like the biggest Big Sean fan. Like, she knows every word. Like, she's at all the shows. Um, she's cool people." And he's like, "Well, she needs to focus on some other stuff and not trying to meet Big Sean." And, and he didn't know I was in the room on speakerphone. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's like she needs to get a life, all this shit.
yeah.
I'm like, damn.
He might have just been being funny, but probably not.
No, he was not being
Yeah,
funny. No, he was very serious. He was
yeah.
like, well,
What's so funny about that?
I mean, he a
Like,
comedian, so you would
man,
assume maybe it was a bit. I don't know.
it was not a joke. It was so awkward. He was like,
now the thing is, like, he definitely got lights on his side though. The phone.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like they was like, "Oh, he
Yeah, so
tearing her
that's
up." Like,
that
oh my
guy.
god.
Yeah, like I'm sure, like he got what he needed. Like he's like, "Oh, this guy's hilarious." Like,
I just want to know how was the hang up though, like, cause you got to hang up and then just be in silence, like,
it's just hang up. Like it's what do
and
you
then
mean?
look
Like
over.
it
and
ain't
he
that
was
hard. Like she needs to get a life. Click.
No, I'm talking about like when the person that called hung up. Like,
It's
what
like,
was that like? I need to know that.
what was so awkward is, he really thought he was doing something like, yeah, I can probably maneuver for you to meet Sean the next time he's on campus. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And so when CP was like, nah, like, man, she just finds some other stuff to do. Of course he's like trying to laugh, like, yeah, she a real big fan. All
Yeah.
right, well, I'll catch you later. And it looked bad on him because it's like, wow, you really thought you were about to have me hanging
you
with
just
Sean.
got me
And
home,
now,
and that didn't even have to happen.
Like, how you even look you in the eye after that? Like, I couldn't even look you in the eye.
You got me home
You
for
could have just
no
left it to
reason.
yourself.
Exactly. I was just minding my own business. I didn't say to me, Sean, or anything. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm a big Sean fan. He's like, oh, babe, let me show you something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
No, but yeah. So I guess
That's a little crazy. Like just from like Big Sean though, being the fact that like he ran up on Kanye like rapping and shit.
Exactly.
And now Kanye's on fucking Drink Chips saying he's his biggest mistake. Like to good music. So it's just like
how the tables turn.
Yeah.
It's just how maybe it's how the money goes. You get more money, you just stop giving a fuck. Like stop.
And the
I don't really want to associate.
This was 2010. He was still like a local celebrity. He wasn't even. I don't even know if his debut album had came out at that point.
At 2010, no, I think that was still mixtape times.
Yeah.
So
he
like
tried to get every fan he could.
But he was big up there though, like up in MSU. Like that was his domain for sure. Like college towns in Michigan, like for sure. So I guess maybe he had a big head, but he ain't even really do it. It was really CP. It was really his fault. Like maybe Sean might have been like cool with kicking it, but CP really just fried you for no reason.
Yeah, it may have not even been Big Sean who really would have went hard like that.
Yeah, nah, he might have been
I
cool.
doubt Big Sean would have. I don't even think he have it in him, to be honest. Like if that was really him.
No, he seemed like a cool dude.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think he would have. He could have did it.
Yeah,
but who knows? I feel like he would have found a nice way to skirt it.
Possibly. That is possible. That's a possible way. But
yeah, I met him and he was cool. I did meet him before. But
oh yeah, you did say that. Yeah. So I guess all in all, I mean, I don't think Lil Baby's gonna get affected by this just because one girl said, "Oh, I'm not gonna be a fan no more." Like it just is what it is. Sometimes the celebrities had a big head, and we just got to deal with it. Even like micro celebrities, like it's like nigga, you don't even like. Why are you even feeling that way? Like why are you feeling so big to even try to diss somebody? But Lil Baby is big, so it's like I get.
You know what? I saw like I'm going back to this other Drink Champs or whatever podcast I heard, and there was this old school hip hop artist that I heard the song, but I never really knew his name and stuff like that. He's a rapper called Special Ed.
Oh yeah,
so
I got it made.
Y'all heard of him?
Yeah,
I got it made and stuff like that, and produced for a lot of people that I didn't know. Like Tupac and all that shit. But he had went on to talk about like what was the story? It was I don't know. I don't know where I was going, but there was so many things I actually wanted to say about it. Like,
well,
it was a lot. I was thinking about. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to tell like that because that's gonna make it go even longer, more longer.
Yeah, because we done already been on here for a little minute. So let's go ahead and wrap up here.
I was looking at the time, so I was like, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get into some highlights real quick, so we can get up out of y'all here, man. Let me go ahead and highlight something for you folks. So this week, I want y'all to check out it's a YouTube channel called Atlanta Street Interviews. And it's this dude named Marcus. He goes around and like interviews people on the street in Atlanta, obviously, hence the name. But he just dropped one of the craziest, like, this is, I can't even begin to explain it. But it was dropped on September 17th, and the title is 20 Josiah's Returns. He's huge. He made my wife squirt, but now I'm ready. Now I'm ready for him to go.
Oh, I'm listening to that the moment we wrap up.
Yeah, you might need some background on it because this dude has been on the channel, like Josiah. He's basically the star of the channel. Like it's a lot going on with him. But just look up him and Josiah's and you'll find like all the different videos of him. So check out Atlanta Street Interviews on YouTube. All right, what y'all got?
A Boogie just put out a new quick little 4-piece EP. Okay. I love A Boogie. Two of the highlight tracks I would say listen to are Her Birthday and Booby Trap. If you're somebody who is a fan of A Boogie type style, those are two definitely worth checking out.
Okay, shout out to that. What you got for us, right?
I don't know. I haven't heard too much of this album yet, but I did like the track that I did hear. It was from Magic 3, Nas, and there's some really good tracks on this album. So far, I like Lil Wayne destroyed it on Never Die. Yeah, there's a lot of like songs that was really good. And Hitboy, like he helped produce this shit. This is the third one in the series.
I think he said this is the
And
last
I
one.
don't know. He was saying it's the last one, but they made like 6 albums already. So I think this is like the 6th album that him and Hitboy made. So that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna shout out Nas with Magic 3.
All right, shout out to Nas Hitboy for that one. Shout out to A Boogie. Check out the Atlanta Street interviews. But if you made it this far, we appreciate you for listening. This has been the Friends Podcast, and we out. Peace out.